All right, so it's Mississippi versus Louisiana here. Daniel Moseley fighting out of the red corner with the black trunks, and Grant Hughes fighting out of the blue corner. He's got the light blue trunks. This fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Moseley and Hughes touching gloves. Here we go, round number 1 underway, and immediately the double is shot by Grant Hughes, and he's going down low, changing levels, and he's going to look to lift up Moseley and scoop that left leg out. He scoops it out now. He's going to try to pass that half guard. Now the full guard, now it's closed, and Moseley closing the guard. He's got a good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game. He's got a blue belt in Jiu-Jitsu, but right now Grant Hughes employing a little Mark Coleman beatdown over there.
The Phantom's in a bad spot right now. Jordan J. Adams, he's up against the cage. You see Hughes going for side control right there. Moseley doing everything he can to hang on, trying to work back around, trying not to give up that side control. He's done a good job getting himself away from the cage now, but you see Hughes still in the driver's seat right now. Yeah, you can see Moseley trying to keep him from posturing up. Does not want him to have any distance to do that. Doesn't want that hammer fist. And there now you see the hammer fist getting freed up a little bit by Grant Hughes. So far, Moseley doing a good job of preventing too much damage. But he's not winning the fight on points right now, definitely inside of the referee's eyes. So we see Hughes still on top, applying that pressure. And now the hammer fist to the head. He landed a couple good blows right there. Yeah, now he's able to get that posture. That's what he wants. Put down the punishment. As you see Moseley trying to set up some kind of submission, perhaps a triangle. Right now, just wants to get out of there, though. So now he's using those kicks to get a little distance. Maybe Hughes will give him the chance to stand back up, and he does not. Hughes is going to jump in, looking for side control. Moseley does a good job trying to shrimp up right there, bringing those knees in, not allowing Hughes to get back on top of him. Too much of a dominant position for Hughes, but now he does say, okay, go ahead and stand up. Referee Fred Griswold going to do a good job bringing the action back to the feet of the fighters here. Moseley with the 1-2, but Moseley unable, trying to stuff that takedown. He couldn't stop the first double leg. Let's see if he can stuff the second double leg. But Hughes does a good job of changing levels. And you can tell he's a strong kid. He was able to lift Moseley on the last double. See if he can do it again. Moseley was a little slow with that exchange on the feet, and you saw Hughes just sitting back looking for his moment to go for that double leg, and he's got it. We're right back where we started off here. Back on the top position is Hughes, but you see Moseley, he's leaned toward, he's trying to work to a triangle position. Hughes has got to be careful and not get too aggressive right here. Yeah, Moseley's got that half butterfly guard, looking to compose. Now it looks like he wants to close up the guard, trying to decide what he's fishing for that arm, David. He wants that arm, trying to go for the submission, but now he's going to try to push Hughes off and get some distance, maybe get stood up again. And right there, you see they're not effective all the time, but every once in a while you'll see a fighter get caught with that up kick, and Hughes almost ate one right there. And once again, referee Griswold going to bring our fighters back to a standing position, and we're going to square off in the center of the cage. Not much time left here in the opener, 10 seconds to go. Oh, nice left hand, drops Moseley. Oh, but now he might give up the armbar. Hughes jumps in, seeing that Moseley's hurt, jumps in there. Not enough time left in the round. That is the end of number 1. We are off and running here at Atlas Fights 54, and what an exciting first round it was here in this amateur lightweight bout. You got that right, David. Hughes was able to get that left hand free, and he was able to drop Moseley, and that was the moment of the first round. He's got the double leg takedown, and he was able to drop Moseley for a nice solid first round. Moseley did a good job protecting himself when he was in trouble there, but if you're looking at strictly from the judges' scorecard, this round goes all the way to Grant Hughes. All the way to Grant Hughes, a great opener for the 20-year-old who works at Chick-fil-A, fighting out of Combat Athletics in Louisiana. Chris Crosby and Josh Booty, his principal trainers over there. Chris Crosby, a very exciting fighter in his own right. He's got some big fights coming up on the horizon. Josh Booty, a fighter in his own day. Now he's transitioned over into coaching, strictly focuses on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a lot of his guys. Josh is a very intelligent coach, has a great communication set to get his point across to his fighters so they understand where he wants him to be. Yeah, Grant Hughes is really able to implement his game plan that his coaches told him. Constant pressure. Don't let Moseley breathe. That's exactly what Hughes was able to do. Endless pressure, and he was able to, you can already see how Moseley's sucking wind out of his mouth there, David. Well, it's hard when you've got another man on top of you the whole time. So now we see our fighters meet in the center of the cage. Right now, Hughes owning the center of the cage, forcing Moseley to take angles, find a point of attack. Moseley a little trepidation. See, he's not wanting to engage again. He's worried about that takedown, and Hughes goes to the bread and butter.
Slamma-jamma right there, David. The double leg into the big body slam, and now Moseley trying to compose that triangle.
So we see Grant Hughes has a good wrestling coach somewhere in his gym.
Yes, he does. Now going for side control. Good defense there from the Phantom.
Even though we don't feel like he's winning this fight, you can't say anything bad about his defense. He's done a good job keeping himself from being submitted and taking too much punishment here.
That's the beauty of good jiu-jitsu. You know, he's got a blue belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and that's exactly what jiu-jitsu is designed to do. Protect yourself in dangerous situations, and you're right. So far, Moseley not taking too much damage.
But still losing the fight, and he's running out of time here. We're halfway through the second round. He's got to find a way to get on top, score some points, or start looking for a knockout, and he eats some nice hammer fists from Hughes that time.
Yeah, you never say he won by good defense.
You're absolutely right. And now you see Moseley. I don't know if I'd want to be in that laid-back, relaxed position right now, knowing you're behind on the scorecard. You've got to get up and push the pace here. You've got to be more aggressive, or you're not walking out of here with a W next to your name.
Yeah, it's really incumbent upon Moseley to bring the fight to Hughes, because Hughes has piled up a lead, and you can't, you've got to have some sense of danger here.
So Moseley finally lands a right hand on the 1-2 combination right there. First real offense or damage he's done to Hughes this fight. Great Muay Thai style knee right there from Hughes. Hughes really showing some versatility. He's a well-rounded fighter to be such a young amateur in this sport.
Yeah, just 20 years old, David. He really sets up his takedowns. He throws the combo, throws the right hand. That time he didn't change levels. He kind of came. That was probably his sloppiest attempt so far, but the other two attempts were outstanding with the combo, and they ends up getting Moseley down anyway, just by sheer bull pressure and determination.
And I tell you, we know in so many sports, especially here in combat sports, pressure creates mistakes. And right now, Hughes has had Moseley in a pressure cooker this entire bout so far, Mr. Adams.
Yeah, it has not let him breathe, and that was the exact game plan.
And now you see Hughes landing some more punches. The left hand coming through, connecting with the side of the head of Moseley. He's got him very uncomfortable, pressed up against that cage. He's almost got the full mount, trying to get away. You see the fighters are sweating. It's hot out here. We got a great breeze coming up the Gulf Coast. It's hot.
Oh, did you see that right up kick? He had a right up kick, and Hughes said, no, that didn't do anything. But it looked pretty rough from this side.
That's twice Moseley's been close to that up.
Oh! It's all over, folks. Grant Hughes drops Daniel the Phantom Moseley with the left hand.
Good job by referee Fred Griswold stepping in to protect these young fighters there. Grant Hughes going to get the win here tonight at Atlas Fight 54.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stoppage to the action at 2 minutes 43 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner by way of knockout, Grant Hughes!